Hey, happy Saturday. How's everyone doing? Welcome to the stream. Hopefully everything's working. So, hey, how's it going? Happy Saturday. Welcome to the stream. I just said that. So, thank you so much for tuning in. A little bit different today, as you can see and tell. Maybe, hopefully, everything's working okay. Gotta check my levels. This is my first time streaming on YouTube in a really long time. Actually, I did it once or twice before, but this is something new. So happy Saturday. What are you guys working on? What's up? Man, how do I even start the stream? Today feels a little bit different. It feels really different for me. I put a lot of time and effort into setting things up. Hopefully this goes well. So anyways, thank you so much. If you're new to the stream, which everyone here today is new to the stream since this is my first stream on YouTube that you guys probably know about. Yeah, what's going on? Let me adjust my audio levels just a little bit. Yeah, so what's going on? What's happening? Today we're doing something a little bit different. I got a box from YouTube. I know what it is. I think we all know what it is, but I got a box from YouTube. Can I switch this over and will this look okay? And maybe you'll see that for a little bit. But I got a box from YouTube and I can double box there. I guess I didn't do that right, but got something from YouTube. I want to unpackage it, and I thought, you know what? I typically stream on Twitch on Saturdays, but today is a YouTube celebration, so that's what we're gonna do. Is actually celebrate something. I know what's in there. I know it's in there. I think you guys all know what's in there, but I wanted to. I don't know. I haven't opened it. I haven't opened it. As you can see, the tape's still on. So, anyways, a couple of things before we dive in. If you're new to the stream, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for taking time out of your Saturday. There is so much chat going on. This is awesome. I don't know if I can keep up. Typically, we go through chat and we talk about things we're excited about, things we're working on, things we might be struggling with, all mostly tech related. And then we just kind of hang out and answer questions. Just kind of a live Q&A. If you're not new to me streaming, hey, welcome back. Thanks for spending some time with me. I keep this roughly about an hour. I know everyone's busy. I know mods are busy. People are busy. You guys got a lot going on, and it's Saturday, so I keep it pretty much an hour. We start a little bit late, so we're gonna go a little bit later. And then after the stream, what I've typically been doing is joining our Discord. If you're not a member of our Discord, you should absolutely join. There's links somewhere. I should have set that up. Actually, they're in the video description. This is actually a little bit easier because it's on YouTube. There's links in the video description. You should join our Discord because afterwards we all jump in voice chat and we just talk and hang out a little bit more. A little bit a more open forum, and everyone, gets to share or listen in, and I would love for you to join. So if you're not a member of our Discord community, you should absolutely join. Links in the description. Get that. Join as soon as you can, because right after this we're gonna hop in Discord voice. So yeah, now that that's out of the way, so I usually start with weather. So weather has been pretty nice here in Midwest. Maybe Midwest has gotten a lot of rain. It avoided us where I'm in Minneapolis. We got a lot of nice weather. It almost felt like fall, cooler weather, but now it's warming back up, so it's a little bit warm. Anyways, I'm getting distracted by the stream. I think the stream is a little bit delayed. I'm not going to touch it though because who knows what's going to happen if I touch any buttons that aren't on my stream deck. So, anyways, if you've got something you want to share, if you got something you want to talk about, something you're working on, let's talk about it. I do want to make sure that I call out. What is this? Well, I call out super chats. I got to get used to this terminology. I call out super chats, subscribes, all the events. If I miss one, I apologize. I usually call them out, but a lot going on and a lot is new. So, yeah. So, anyways, I know a lot of people are asking, and you're wondering like, oh, are you switching to YouTube? Are you switching to YouTube? A lot of people have asked that. I'm not going to tell you. No, I'm going to tell you. I mentioned this a little bit in the beginning. I feel like this celebration belongs on YouTube, so I wanted to do this on YouTube. Am I going to still stream on Twitch? Yes, I'm still going to stream on Twitch. May I, could I stream on YouTube in the future? Sure, as I am now. I'm not closing any doors, and I'm trying to leave them all open. But That being said, today is on YouTube because this is absolutely a YouTube celebration. I wanted to celebrate this with everyone because this is all because of you guys. Everyone in chat. Maybe some new folks who haven't subscribed yet. This is all because of you. I started this journey a couple years ago, and I didn't know what I was doing. I still don't know what I was doing. I'll be honest. I still don't know what I'm doing. But I'm trying to figure it out. And what I learned through this journey is that I think we're all in that same boat. We don't know exactly what we're doing, but we're trying to figure it out, and we're trying to figure it out together. And that's something that I picked up along the way that I didn't know was going to be there when I started, was that there's this huge community of people trying to figure stuff out. And what better way to figure stuff out than to figure stuff out together? So, so I appreciate you being here with me along the way, and I really have enjoyed these last couple of years. It went really fast, not only time but the subs. So I greatly appreciate it. This has been an incredible journey for me. So. Anyways, I'm gonna like get all choked up and stuff, but I honestly didn't prepare anything. I didn't know what I was gonna say. I focused so much on the technical piece of getting this going, that going, everything else going, that I didn't really think about the content. Usually the content is us talking through stuff. I do want to make sure that I highlight some comments. It's so hard for me to see them. There are so many. But I do want to make sure that I still give you guys the time that you deserve, as I always have on my stream. The stream is more about us versus just me. So anyways, so I know you guys want to I know you guys want to see me unbox it. I just want to make sure that I get into some of the comments though. I'm just going to highlight a few. I need to make sure I pull up my events too. See, this is all new to me. So let me call out events really quick because that's really important. So I'm just going to call out these events. Hopefully they're showing up properly. Joel, Roan, Daniel, Ray Lou, Rich Rankin, Mitja, and Crit. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you so much. So anyways, let's see what people are saying. I haven't looked at any of these comments. I'm sure there are a lot of congratulatory ones, and I appreciate it. So congratulations. Can't wait to see you unbox. Another one, you inspire me every day. Thank you, Technotim. I enjoy your content. Thank you so much. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like I don't deserve it. I feel like, I don't know. I make videos, I learn stuff, and I try to share it, so. The 999. Will it just be on YouTube or question mark? Yeah, only on YouTube. Only on YouTube right now. Jason, what's in the box? 100% well deserved. Thank you. Jeremy McGonis, if Morgan Freeman shows up and tells you not to open it, please listen. That movie ruined me. Yeah, it did. I know exactly what you're talking about too. Salvarius, how's it going? All right, some recognizable names. I feel like I'm trying to resolve a network issue, having to choose which platform to view for the event. Grinning face. Yeah, it's today's on YouTube. It's a YouTube celebration. So yeah, for sure. So choose. Yeah, you guys are so awesome. Moin, here's one that I learned last week. Moin means good day, good afternoon, good all stuff. Good day, I think. German, Northern Germany, I think that's what it was. Hey, there's an event that I did not get. Welcome. Gaffa, that's what I'm going with. Welcome, Gaffa. Thank you for becoming a member. I should have got that alert, but I'm not sure exactly why I didn't get an alert. Let me refresh everything and maybe I'll get it. But thank you so much. Thanks for becoming a member. Let me actually check that because I absolutely want to make sure that my notifications work. I put a ton of time into making sure they work. So I want to be sure that they do. Give me 2 seconds. Refresh this guy. Refresh this. Okay, and let me send a test one really quick. I do want to make sure that they work. I put in so much time into making sure they work. I do want to make sure that they show up. This one, edit. Yeah, there they go. Well, it showed up, but it is underneath. So let me fix that. And rookie hour. Okay, I think let me test another one. Let me refresh this guy. Simulate a sub event. There we go. Okay. Whoa, that's loud. Okay. Should work now. If it doesn't work now, it's either Stream Elements or YouTube. So anyways, thank you guys so much for being here. Let's, how do I even do this? So I set some stuff up back there. Hopefully this works okay. I have multiple microphones. I have multiple cameras. I didn't do a great job in testing. I'm hoping that this all works. So let's see. I'm just going to call out ones that I see. Let's see. Moin equals hello. I like it. Thank you. Thank you. So Moin equals hello. Thanks for the tip on that. I'm going to get caught up really quick. All right, Joshua Lee, thanks for doing the 100 Days of homelab in here. Thank you. 100 Days of homelab, day 15. I discovered I made a mistake in my BDRF, so my ButterFS sub-volume layout, and need to fix my backup strategy so it actually works. No, ZFS is a monopoly. No, ZFS is a monopoly and it needs competition. Hey, that's all right. We need competition like everywhere we go. We need competition everywhere we go, because if everybody did all the same thing, we'd be in big trouble. We'd be in big trouble for sure. Let's see. Tycho, congrats, man. Thank you so much. Hey, Sean. Is that Sean Powers? Hey, man, how's it going? Thank you so much. I think that's Sean that did that. Trying to get this lined up. Let me see. I just got to do a 1-to-1. So I know how to stream on YouTube. I got this down on Twitch, but where is my dashboard? Yeah, Sean Powers. Dude, thank you so much. $2 super chat. Thanks, man. You got to see my Mega Man. How's it going? When did it feel real for you asking for a me? It doesn't. It still doesn't. It still doesn't. It's all, I don't know. It's all weird. Yeah, it's all weird. So no, when does it feel real? Someday, maybe. Thank you. Thanks, man. Thanks. Appreciate that was a super chat. Got to get my terminology down. Super chat. Thank you so much. Emma, it's like you don't stream on YouTube often. All good, sir. I don't. Usually it's every Saturday on Twitch trying YouTube today. So I apologize. I had to do a lot of tweaking to get things works. Emma, and congrats. Thank you. Tech Address, thank you. Hey, thank you so much. Thanks, congrats. Thank you so much. Lucas, talk about advanced network segmentation. Ooh, that might be a little bit dry for today's stream. We'll see. But advanced network segmentation. I'll have some stuff coming on VLANs. I don't know how advanced that is, but I'll have stuff coming on VLANs for sure. Tech Address, just join Discord. Thank you so much. Let's see. Finally getting electricians to come in on Monday and installing a new 100 amp sub panel with 240 20 amp and 240 30 amp outlets. Wow, you have quite the system running in your house. So it probably means you either have lots of servers, or you need big batteries for your UPS, or you're doing cooling along with your home lab. So pretty awesome. Hey, DB Tech, how's it going, man? Thank you so much. Hey, good to see you, man. Well deserved, man. Hey, thank you so much. You're well on your way, man. If you guys don't know DB Tech, you should. You should absolutely check out DB Tech. Great channel. Lots of tutorials on Docker. I think he just started a foray into Proxmox and clustering, so you should definitely check him out. DB Tech. Was also on the 100 Days of homelab video. Thank you for participating. Thanks, man. You are well on your way for sure. Sean Powers, congrats. Thank you. Salvarius, I use the Trunk Monkey intrusion detection system. I don't know what that is. Trunk Monkey intrusion detection system. So something with IDS. Trunk Monkey, I assume you mean trunk as in trunking for networking. I don't know what that is, but I would love to know. Congrats, thank you. Thank you so much. John Whelan, let's do it. 100 Days of homeland, found an old Celeron, and with 1 gig of RAM, like early XP days, got to figure out what it should become. Ooh, 1 gig of RAM, that's tough. That's tough for running Windows. I mean, that was a lot of RAM during the XP days, but because, I think the XP days, you were lucky if you had 256 or 512. But I will say, though, that it'll probably run Linux just fine. Just saying. Nothing against Windows. I use it all the time. Use it now, but it'll probably run Linux just fine. Grant Dredge, talk about me. I don't know. Maybe if you ask questions that aren't too personal, I might try to answer them. Josh, congrats, first time streamer, first time watcher. Thank you so much. Well deserved. Thank you guys. There are so many congratulatory ones for sure. I'm blown away. You deserve this. Thanks for teaching me and inspiring the hell out of me. All right. Zachary, LOL, I'm Yakto. Hey, how's it going with the 342 U's? Yeah, so, wow, it's real name here on YouTube. I'll call you Yakto because I know Yakto. So, hey, Yakto, I'm glad you tied the two together. It'd probably take me a while to remember. But that, I think, is your Twitter name, too. So anyways, Yakto has 342U racks. He just bought them and is racking them. I think he bought 2. 1 was damaged, so they said keep 1 and we'll ship another. So we ended up with 3. 3, for sure. Let's see. 100 Days of Home Lab. I made a PC from trash with 2 gigs of RAM. All right, 2 gigs of RAM. Hey, that works. That works. Let's see. AJ, how's it going? He may also need that power if he has redundant microwaves and refrigerators like every good computer guys have. There you go. Yeah, I didn't even think about like necessities. Necessities. I went all out on Home Lab. What's in the box? We're going to find out. Is this Rand? Is this Rand as in Geeky Rand? I think it is. How's it going, man? I think it is. Rand, how's it going? Rand D. That's what I'm going to say. But Rand, how's it going, man? Let's see. Sorry if this is rude, but please don't get mad. How long ago did you start building a home lab? Spectacular Austin. Hey, yeah, so that's not rude at all. You can ask that question. Fair. That's a fair question. I don't even know how that could be rude. But how long ago did I start building my home lab? Oh gosh. I mean, technically, I've been doing it for a long time. I mean, I started tinkering around like way back when I was in tech support. I would say like 15 years ago, you know, I had a server in my basement that was an old computer that was there to run either Linux or Windows, and it was just kind of my test bed. I would throw Windows on it and do some testing to figure out how Active Directory worked and learn all about Active Directory. And then I threw Linux on it to figure out how Linux worked. I mean, I think the first version of Linux I used or installed myself and used was like Ubuntu 4.10, and I installed it, and I taught myself how to use a Linux terminal and how to use SSH and how to get all of that going. I had no idea. And then slowly I started dabbling in like, okay, well, maybe this thing can become my router, and I tried Windows Remote Access and RAS, I forget what it is. Hey, thank you so much. Wow, thank you. 1337 super chat. Thank you so much. Let's see. What's the biggest challenge in running your channel, and what have you learned to improve? Real quick, well, I'll read this. Wow, what is the biggest challenge in running your channel, and what have you learned to improve? So the biggest challenge, I think there's a lot of technical stuff, and I think I'm kind of okay with the technical stuff. There's a lot of creative stuff, and I think I'm kind of okay with the creative stuff. Like, that stuff is known, and you can kind of wrap your head around it. There's a lot of creative as far as like storytelling goes. I'm struggling with that. That's tough. You know, I have to balance all the time, like how much, you know, how much do I prime this video with story to kind of lay down the foundation for what I'm going to do, and how much is actually doing. So that's a tough balance all the time. I think the biggest challenge that I've learned, and I'm still learning, is the algorithm. And the algorithm isn't like this. I mean, it is a big mysterious thing. It's a huge mysterious thing. How does it work? How do I get people excited about stuff? It is mysterious, but I think the core of the way it works is, and I've learned this, is that you need to keep your existing audience happy. And how do you keep them happy? You show them videos they want to see. Sounds easy, right? But it's not. And so I think that's the biggest challenge for me. Whenever I go like way down the rabbit hole, I know ahead of time, and I know that this video might not perform well, and so and then I see the statistics and it doesn't. So, but I think the biggest challenge for me is just figuring out what everyone wants to see. And there are some videos I do that I know. I don't want to use the terminology here because it gets misconstrued, but maybe I'll tell you later. But there are videos I release that I know will do well the time they release, and then there are videos I release that I know will do well over time. And so I kind of have to balance those out. And that's kind of my strategy. You know, some to help grow and some to show. You know, and so Anyways, it's still figuring that out. It's, you know, but at the end of the day, my channel has always been like projects that I'm working on and that I like doing and that I'm, you know, interested in doing. So I'm just going to continue to do those. I know that some aren't popular, and that's fine with me. That's fine with me. They might resonate with some, and they might not resonate with others, but that's life. So I always said that, like, my channel is mostly going to be, you know, documenting what I do on a weekly or monthly basis, and that's what I'm going to continue to do. So. But thank you, yeah, Shiny Tech things, thank you so much. And then real quick, Kevin, welcome, new YouTube member, thank you so much, appreciate it. So going back to how long have I had my homelab? A long time. I've had it for a long time. It's grown, it's changed. Every time I build a new PC, my new one becomes my workstation. And then hey. Kevin, that was Kevin. Hey, thank you so much, Kevin M. 511 super chat. Congrats, love your videos. They inspire me and help me learning and growing every day. A bit more. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So, what? This can't be real. What? Wow, I've said it. No way. No way. There's no way. There's no way that's real. I set up that Mega Man thinking I would never see it. What? Are you kidding me? Dude, Zachary Soils, Yakto, 100 Days of Home Lab has been one of my favorite things in the tech space all year. I think that was Yakto. Thank you for all the work you do in the community to keep up the good work. Dude, no way. No way. That's too much, man. That's too much. Wow, man. Dude. Dude, see the dude's coming out. When you hear dude, that means like I'm lost for words. But thank you. Dude, thank you so much. That's like crazy incredible. Thank you. What do I say to that? So thank you so much. You know, I've said this before about the 100 Days of Home Lab. You know, when I was planning that and this whole like challenge, I wanted to find a way to bring people that are working on Home Lab together. I know that there are communities out there, but only if you go look for them. And I just wanted something that was, you know, possibly persistent across all networks, that people could come together. And I'm inspired every day. I look through the hashtag every day and I read almost everyone I can. And I'm so inspired because what I see through it is, one, people, you know, really doing it, for one. Two, maybe sharing publicly, which is totally optional. But three, I see people helping people, or people connecting to people, or saying, how did you solve this problem? Or what do you think about that tech? And that's exactly what I wanted to have happen. So 100 Days of Home Lab, it's tough. I think I'm on day 49 now. I'm almost halfway there, and I've been doing it. I mean, I've been doing it for years, but I figured, you know what, I'm gonna really stick to it, and I have been. I've probably been putting more than an hour into it. So yeah, thank you so much. I'm just happy that people are here with me along the way. Hey, thank you so much, subscriber. I can't read that, but thank you so much. You see your name on the screen. Thank you. But thank you. So yeah, dude, Zach, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And this was, unfortunately, I don't think I can see the comment. I can, and I could do it, and it turns red, so I apologize. That is incredible. So thank you so much. I didn't know I could highlight those comments, but now I can. Anyways, dude, thank you. I'm like lost for words. But going back to the question before that was, hey, how long have you had Home Lab? A long time, and it's evolved over time. I think when I started my real, like, hey, not real, but when I started this journey publicly, I reset a lot of stuff. I did have some stuff that I carried over into my new Home Lab, but I kind of reset and started all over. So if you go back and look at my Home Lab tours over the years, that's what I had when I started. And if you look at, you know, my recent one, which was last November, that's where I'm at. Probably this November, another one. I think towards the end of the year, I'm gonna always do a wrap up and kind of, you know, state of the state of my Home Lab and talk about where I'm at and some of my downfalls and some of my good choices and bad choices. So, wow. So thank you. Let's see. Let me see. Jasper, I'm sorry. I got to get better at this. I'm pretty good at this on Twitch, but it's really different. So anyways, shiny tech things. I'm trying to improve as well. I'm not so strong at storytelling. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. I mean, I'm a technical person, and it's like, you know, I'm used to writing technical documentation. It's a whole lot of bullet points and headers. Get your bullet points, your headers, and your copy pasta right, and you're a technical, you know, you're a documentation writer. But all the, you know, the preface and all the context around what you're doing and why is tough for me. It's tough. I think it's tough for a lot of people. I mean, it's tough for me to even talk sometimes. So imagine, you know, you're trying to explain to someone why you're doing something and why they should be interested, but trying to do that in about 10 seconds. It's tough. You just start cutting out all the extra stuff to really get down to what you want to say. Jasper, Tom Lawrence mentioned your nut server video recently, and his video on UPS is awesome. Yeah. Tom told me a couple times. He told me on a live stream too that he recommends that video. I thank him. I recommend a lot of Tom's videos. Anytime there's anything about TrueNAS storage, ZFS, or diving deep into network tech or storage tech, you know, Tom or XCP&G, I'm just like, yeah, Tom's the expert at that. Yeah, he's told me that a few times, that it's like, it's an hour long, but it probably needs to be an hour long. And I'm like, yeah, it is for sure. Jesus or Jesus, cheers from Uruguay. Hey, thank you so much. Clint Davis, the fact that you have your attention on story versus technical is perhaps why your content is good. Oh, thank you. Thanks. It's only been, you know, it's been a shift lately. But I struggle. When do I dive into you know, the actual tutorial? That's what I've been struggling with. So I'm still tuning it, still fine tuning it. Hey, Barmello, thanks for the sub. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Jason's Lab. Hey, Tim, you did a wicked job at this channel. Keep it up. Keep up all the good work. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Kevin, I think I called this one out, but yeah, congrats. Love your videos. They inspire and help me in learning and growing every day and a bit more. Thank you. Thank you so much. D, what's your next current project? My next current project, I just did something on Kubernetes with Grafana and Prometheus. It's tough. It's tough. I have something bigger coming, but it's a little delayed. So I'm gonna have to slide something in here soon. So I usually don't tell, but it's homelab for sure. It's homelab for sure. Zach, I called that one out. Thank you again. That was incredible. Thank you so much. Let's see. BCG, he wants you to code him a bot, I think. Yeah, that's the inside joke in Discord. A lot of people hop in there and ask me to code him a bot. Shiny tech things. So what hardware are you going to buy next? Yeah, good question. I got some hardware coming. I think the one that I'm excited about, there's a lot of things that I'm excited about, but the next thing that is coming for sure is a rack. I've been on this journey trying to figure out, like, what is my next server rack going to be? I bought an 18U rack. It is fantastic. Like, I love it. Hey, thank you so much. All right, I'm getting this down now. Now I'm getting this down. Kevin, thank you so much. $6.6766 super chat. Thank you so much. Do you have any tips on buying used enterprise hardware like SRV? I want to grow a home lab, but I don't want to buy the wrong stuff. Greetings from Germany. Thank you so much. Tips for buying home lab stuff. I mean, it's always going to be, you know, you're going to look at, you know, eBay or secondhand market stuff around where you live. If you have Facebook Marketplace, those are always good places to find it. There's also that HomeLab Gopher website, I think it's called, which is basically a list of all HomeLab stuff, their prices, what people are paying. So that's all there. That's all there. And then what hardware do you buy? I think one of the, at least in our Discord community, one of the favorites is you know, a Dell R720. I mean, that's if you're going with, you know, enterprise grade servers. They're super cheap. I just had a friend buy one, Dell R720, with multiple, you know, not totally maxed out, everything you need to start for $266. I was like, whoa. And he got a really good deal on it, buddy of mine, that I work with. And I'm just like, whoa, that's about 3x less than what I paid, or a third less than what I paid. But you know, my opinion and my experience is only my opinion, my experience. There are lots of people, you know, in Discord, in our hardware channel, that love to talk about this, that will give you their opinion and what they're using and how, you know, how things fare out. It can be tough buying enterprise gear, but I've had a lot of luck with Dell. Now, I bought Dell R710s, and then I bought some newer super micros, and I was not disappointed at all. But a lot of people like HP, a lot of people like Dell, but there's definitely Team Dell and Team HP in our channel for sure. So I wish I could help you some more, but I think I can say comfortably, like, if you're looking for used enterprise gear and you want a rack mount server with enterprise features, like the Dell R720 or even some of the One U's are a good buy for sure. Let's see. Hi. I wish I could pronounce your name. Hi, I'm watching from Czechia. Just trying to install UNMS, Docker, and LXC on Proxmox 7. First time seeing your stream. Keep it up. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hey, Tim, how's it going with 10 gigabit network over Cat5e cables? Holding up well? Any issues? Well, kinda. I think last week I had some issues where it was not negotiating properly. And because of that, whoa, thank you. Dude, Jeff. Real quick, because of that, I had to hard code my NIC and my switch to 1 gigabit. So not promising, but I'm going to be building a new storage server soon, and that's when I'm really going to put it through the paces. So I hope it will. Dude, Jeff Geerling in the house. Jeff Geerling, how's it going, man? I want to see the button. I know. I know you do. Yeah, it's about time. But Jeff, dude, thank you so much. $4.99. Thank you so much. I want to see the button. I want to see the button too. I hope that's what's in there. Watch it be some piece of paper that's just like, sorry, you do not qualify at this time. Please apply later. Because the box does look surprisingly small. The box looks smaller than I thought it would be. That's how they delivered it, minus the label. So I thought for sure, like, it was going to be big and padded. So yeah, for sure. Dude, Jeff, thanks for stopping in. How's it going, man? You guys know Jeff Geerling. 100% of everybody in this channel knows Jeff Geerling. Dude, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it, man. I'm going to open the button here in a second. Appreciate it. Dude, thank you. Top Roll sent 1062 super chat. Thank you so much. To be used for celebratory desserts. I like it. Thank you. Thanks, man. It's our pleasure. No, thank you so much. Celebratory desserts, I'm fine with any kind of desserts for sure. I'll tell my wife we got to get celebratory desserts. We'll probably get ice cream. So thank you. That we'll get ice cream tonight on you. So Top Roll, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Now I've committed to ice cream because I said it. Okay, let's open this button. I got to do this transition. Don't know how it's going to work. I hope my audio works over there. This was all like put together by me really quick, so I hope it works. So give me 1 second. I'm going to mute this mic. All right, I hope you guys can hear me okay. Let me see. I gotta check. Audio levels, check. I hope you guys can hear me okay. Someone give me like a thumbs up if you can hear me. I hope you can. I spy an Apple keyboard in the corner. Yeah, all right, good, you can hear me? Oh my gosh. All right, thank you so much. This is so crazy how I have this all set up. Hopefully I can do more of this in the future. I kind of used this space before. Awesome. All right, so yeah, it's looking good over there. All right, let's check it out. So I'm gonna use my trusty, I didn't bring a knife. This is all I had, a screwdriver to open this up. So let's check it out. And hopefully there isn't any personal information on here. I made sure like I took off like the tags and stuff before, so let's check it out. Yeah, I really need a knife. I'm not like a person that carries around a pocket knife. I probably should, but like, it would probably make this a lot easier. All right. And also, I don't want to mess up the box. I should have grabbed a board, cardboard box, an X-Acto or something. This is like the jankiest way I could possibly open this box. All right. screwdriver. Yeah, it is the universal tool, except for it's a Phillips too. Like how? I didn't even bring a flathead. That would have been a lot better. All right, so that side's ready. How many sides does this have? All right. Oh yeah, I think it is. All right, I gotta make sure there's no personal information on here, like my address. All right, I don't think so. So first, I don't know if you can see this, I'm gonna hold it here, but it says, congratulations on your subscriber milestone. We are honored to take part in recognizing your achievement and want your experience to be exceptional. Exceptional, oh, I can see right there. This award was inspected and packaged by great care by Rick. Thanks, Rick. Thanks for inspecting it. If your award has damage during shipping or if you have any questions, please contact us at YouTube creator at societyawards.com. All right. Thanks, Rick. Hopefully it looks good. All right. There's one more thing in here. I just need to make sure it like doesn't have like my address on here or anything. I don't think it would. All right. It's official now. It says, do you remember your first subscriber, your 100th, your 1000th? Chances are you do. I do. And we know you'll definitely remember your 100,000th subscriber. Your fans have found you while searching YouTube, learned about you through a friend, or maybe you showed up as a recommended video. No matter how they came to your channel, fans stayed and their numbers increased because of your unique voice and excitement of being part of the growing community that you established. We are thrilled to see the development of your community, and we are proud and honored and proud to honor your impressive milestone of reaching 100,000 subscribers with the Silver Creator Award. Congratulations. We know that you have many more stories to share with the community, and we know that your fans can't wait to engage and amaze them with even more with your commitment and creativity. So keep creating and building. We can't wait to see what you'll do next, and we're here to support you along the way. And who knows, when you reach your millionth subscriber, we may just write you and ask, do you remember your 100,000th subscriber? Yours sincerely, Susan Washczewski, CEO of YouTube. Thank you, Susan. Oh, man. Well, there it is. Oh, man, I didn't think it was going to be this nice. Whoa, I didn't think I was going to have this like 3D thing at all. Whoa, that's like a mirror. You can actually see my camera pointing down at it. But look at that. Oh my gosh. I think you can see that presented to Technotim for passing 100,000 subscribers. This is actually super nice. This is way nicer than I thought it was going to be. Like I didn't think there was going to be any like depth here. And I didn't think it was going to be a mirror. So this is like, and it's like heavy. It's like really metal, I think. But man, this is, this is because of all of you. And then there's some other stuff in here, which, okay. So it says I can purchase copies if I want, but I don't think I need to. But man, this is really because of all of you guys. So man, thank you so much. This is crazy. This is crazy. So thank you. Let me put this back kind of nicely. Yeah, this thing is pretty incredible. Well, I'm gonna leave it there. I think I have the audio going. Yeah, that is crazy. Let me mute the microphone that's back there. That is incredible. Like I honestly didn't think it was going to be that nice. So it's super. I mean, it's legit. I mean, I didn't think YouTube would skimp on you know, the award, but when you see it in the background, you just think, oh, it's, you know, it might be plastic or who knows. I had no idea, but it is super legit. It's pretty awesome. It is pretty awesome. I think it is. So you're asking, is it chromed plastic or actual polished metal? Let me actually bring it up here. I'll give you a super close up. It's hard to tell. It's really hard to tell. So it's like, it's really hard to tell if it's real metal or not. It's definitely paneled. It's definitely paneled. You could see maybe on the edge, right? If I can get it good on there. So it is, you know, it is paneling, but whether or not the paneling is metal or not is, I don't know. Maybe Jeff knows. Maybe Jeff knows. But I mean, it feels metal to me. And the reason I say that is because it's a lot colder than everything else in the room. Like it's cold. It's not like fake wood or plastic. It doesn't feel like it. I don't know. I'm impressed. Even if it's not, I'm just, I'm totally, yeah, blown away. But yeah, and then it's like a mirror. Oh, you can kind of see everything. But yeah, it's pretty incredible. Pretty incredible. Yeah, I never thought like in a million years. I never thought like in a million years that like, hey, I'm gonna start documenting my stuff and talk about super geeky stuff. And people will be here. So this is really because of all you are here. So I really appreciate it. It's crazy. You know, I still have people like my friends come up to me and say, man, that's congratulations. I have no idea what you're saying. I mean, I get it like once a week from my friends. Like, hey, that is so awesome, but I have no idea what you're talking about. And that's okay. That's okay. It's been that way my whole life. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. I'm going to put this back here really quick. Then we'll get more into chat. All right. So yeah, let's get into chat because there was a lot going on. Gearling says, yeah, might be aluminum. I think you're right. It's definitely, I don't think it's plastic because it, you know, I don't know, but I'm not a great judge of that. Hey, oh dude, Franchise, how's it going, man? Thank you so much. Franchise, if you don't know Franchise, he has a YouTube channel as well. He's participating in the 100 Days of Homelab too. Whoa. Yeah, you should definitely check him out. Franchise, thank you so much. Congrats, well deserved. Thank you so much. Thank you. Jeff Gearling, 1 million R720 giveaway. I'm in for that. I'm in for that. I definitely am in for that. That is awesome. Yeah, I said it here. Well, I mean, that might be like about 10 years. So in 10 years, would you still want an R720? It might be more expensive than they are now because there'll be a relic in another 10 years. But I'm all for that. I'm all for that. Let's see. Jason Wong, dude, thank you so much. Canadian $5. Thank you. Congrats on the 100K subscribers, buddy. You introduced me to Kubernetes. Here's something for a box cutter for your 1 million subscriber award unboxing. Yeah, I should have planned that a little bit better. I have box cutters like in the basement and razor blades, you know, this great paint, but I didn't think about it. And I was like, there was just a screwdriver. And so on top of that, it was a Phillips. Usually I use a flathead. I don't know. For some reason I can cut tape, packaging tape, but man, thank you. Thank you so much. Joshua Lee, plastics can contain metal flakes, usually for strengthening. Okay, really, I should just see if I can get play button so I can find out for sure. Only been in the plastics industry for 10 years. All right, we have a plastics engineer, or yeah, maybe that's what it's called, but man, it might be. Jeff Gearling, sponsored by Dell. Yeah, all right. If Dell wants to sponsor giving away an R720 on my millionth sub, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. But they're going to be like, maybe we could do something a little bit nicer. Shiny, thank you. Stony Eagle, congrats, Dr. King. All right, I'll take that. I'll take that. Container. We'll just go Container King. Keep it generic, but I wouldn't call it King. But yeah, it's I like containers quite a bit, as you can probably tell from my content. I've liked them for a long time. Mikhail, keep up the good works. You have inspired inspired you too. Hey, thank you so much. You guys inspire me for sure. Dave, thanks for the vids, Tim. I must watch at least 2 hours of your content a day. Keep up the good work. That's a lot. That's a lot to watch, and it's probably, it might be kind of boring, I think. I don't know. Jeff, R720 will be the rotary phone of homelab servers. Yeah, or even the home phone of homelab servers. That's for sure. Rotary phones. Oh man, yeah, you're taking me back. I remember my aunt had one, and I just remember how weird it was, but fun at the same time. But it was like the worst ever if you messed up, you know, the 6th or 7th digit in a phone number, because then you had to start all over. There was like no undo. I guess it's the same with the phone, but when you're doing a rotary dial, it takes a while to go. Joshua Lee, Supermicro giveaway. Oh, there we go. They're far better than Dell in my experience. Hey, I'll take whoever. I mean, if it's someone else's product and I believe in it, sure, sure. You just have one because it was cool. Yeah, for sure. Shiny Tech Things. The R720 in 10 years will cost more to ship than buy locally off of Craigslist. I agree. It will be a relic. It will be a relic for sure by then. There'll be like, you know, an antique tax on it. We're talking in 10 years. I mean, right now they are fantastic. But in another 10 years, yeah, who knows? We might all be armed by then. We'll see. But not if Intel and AMD will allow it. Let's see. Jason's Lab. Hey, how's it going? Jason, how's it going? Hey, Tim, ever thought about building a nice SSD storage server? I have before. I have mainly for like an iSCSI target, and I considered doing that over possibly 40 gigabit or maybe even 20, basically bonding or pairing 210 gigs, and then using compute only on one of my servers. And then all of my disks would be, you know, on basically on a iSCSI target, basically like SAS, I think, but over the network. So I guess it's iSCSI. I have considered it. I don't have a lot of rack space for right now. I'm going to solve that soon by possibly doubling my rack space. I'm still not sold on doing 42U, not because I don't think it's a good thing, because my ceilings in the basement I don't think will allow it. I'll have to build. Long story, but if I were to go to 42U, I'd have to like build that inside of my server room and not be able to wheel it out. So anyways, long story short, I might go 36 or 32, 37, something in there. A lot of weird numbers in between, you know, 18 and 42. Anyways, I have considered it. I haven't done it. I'm at a point though where I have so many old SSDs, you know, air quotes, you know, 500 gigs, you know, ish, 256 gigs ish, where it would be pretty cool. But at the same time, I need slots for all of those. So I'd have to figure it out. And I want to make sure, like, if I build it, you know, it's going to stay in my environment for a while. So for sure. Let's see. I'm in Camp Supermicro too, but they just don't look as good on the outside. Jeff, I totally agree. I'm there too. I have Supermicros and they just look so old school on the outside. I agree. I mean, maybe I'm apologizing for them. I don't know, but they are super solid devices. I think though that I think that's part of their plan is to make sure that their replacement parts work across every server they've ever made. So yeah, the drive cages and fins and stuff just look kind of old, but I think that's, I don't know, part of their strategy is to just have, you know, a long release cycle on some of that stuff, so that, you know, if you need to buy parts for it, it's the same part it was 10 years ago. I'm making this up, but that's what I've heard. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. But I do wish they looked a little bit better. Let me see here. Let me fix something really quick so I can actually do my chat right. It's not this. Give me 2 seconds. Paste this in here. I think YouTube's getting a little bit confused on what's going on, or at least my chat client. But yeah, I totally agree. Let's see. I'm gonna skim through these. Oh yeah, now my chat's back. The YouTube channel What's Inside did an episode of the play button, I think. Oh yeah, I gotta check it out to see what it's made out of. Yeah, for sure. Joshua Lee, I'm actually injection molding process and setup technician, basically an engineer without a degree. Hey, congratulations. That is awesome. Jeff Geerling, you can see what Rich looks like in real life. Rich, the button inspector. Not red shirt Jeff. No, yeah. Hopefully this is normal shirt. Hopefully this is non-red shirt Jeff. I hope so. Ryan, Technotim, what do you do to secure your network from hackers and to protect all those services you have running secured? Yeah. I've talked about this in one of my videos. If you're interested in the long format, there's a video I did that's securing your self-hosted or your homelab services. And I take like a very, very layered approach. I mean, it starts all the way down to making sure machines' firmware is patched, to making sure OSs are patched, to selecting the right containers or services, to then putting those on a VLAN, separate VLAN, to then, either running a reverse proxy that, running a reverse proxy, but then running, a Cloudflare reverse proxy on top of that, having, IDS and IPS on my firewall. Like, it's a very, very layered approach, because no one thing by itself is secure. Like, your whole entire security model is only as good as the weakest link. So you got to take a multi-layered approach. So I have a longer video on that. You should absolutely check it out if you're interested. It's pretty, I would say it's kind of exhaustive, but there's plenty of things in the comments that people have commented that said, hey, this would be good too, which I wholeheartedly agree with. So yeah, you should check it out. Michael, keep up the good work. Thank you. You and Jeff Geerling inspired me to do Kubernetes and Ansible at work. Awesome. Yeah. And speaking of Ansible, yeah, Jeff inspired me to figure out Ansible. I went right to his videos on Ansible when I wanted to learn it, because my first video on Ansible, I had no idea what I was doing. Well, a week prior to that, I had no idea what I was doing. So for sure. Random question. Got any recommendations for a Rancher alternative? Yeah, there are quite a few alternatives out there, quite a few, air quotes. I mean, Portainer's a good one. If you want to manage Kubernetes, Portainer's a good one. But I would also say, like, if you're just looking for a UI and you're comfortable with the CLI, I would say learn the CLI and then use something either like Lens or K9S or Kubernetes dashboard, something that basically gives you a safety net if you can't figure out how to do something in the CLI, or if you just need to monitor. All three of those are fantastic, and they don't require an install at all. They basically, Kubernetes dashboard does. It runs inside of your cluster, but if you want something that basically doesn't get installed inside of your cluster, both Lens and K9S can do that. It'll look at your kube config, it'll look at your cluster, and it will analyze it, and you'll get visual representation of that. So, but if you're looking for a GUI-based thing, yeah, Portainer's great, for sure. Raspberry Pi, when uptime Kuma reports all my services down. I've been there before, for sure. In 10 years, R740 will be the price range for home labs. I like it. That's what I was going for. Basement ceiling kept me from going 42U from the start as well for R3DS87. Yeah, that's exactly why I'm not doing it, to be honest, because it would be nice to be on a standard 42U rack, because then it's standard. I get another one, and I can keep it almost for life. And if I want to get a second one, I can, and they'll match. Things have to match for me. But not being able to do 42U because the ceiling height and because the entry, I don't think I'm going to build it inside of there and then have to disassemble it later on. Shiny Tech Things. 40 gig is tough to feed the IOPS. How fast do you think you will achieve? The only reason, so we were talking, so let me put some context around this. I think you heard it, but the only reason why I was considering 40 gig would be if I were to do an iSCSI array of all SSDs for all of my virtual servers. So rather than have a local storage like I do now on a striped pool, basically array 10 in ZFS, I would use the iSCSI target. So and honestly, I probably wouldn't even need 40 gig to do it. I'm sure 10 would probably be fine for sure. But I'm not looking. I'm looking for low latency. So high IOPS, low latency in the future. If I ever decided to build, a storage array that's all SSDs, which sounds awesome. I have quite a few spare ones laying around. Joshua Joshua Lee, I almost said Joshua Tree. My 42U rack stands 6 foot 10 inches. Jeez, yeah, that's pretty tall. That's taller than me. I never realized that that's how tall they were. That's taller than me. I'm pretty tall, so yeah, I don't mind the height, but yeah, I my basement is 7 foot, but the entryway, I have the header above the entryway to my server room, and it can't get under there. I've already measured. 36U, I think, is going to be the limit for me. HN Gaming UK, how's it going? 18U for me is a good size. I plan on getting a Dell Node server, 4 servers in one basically, to run Proxmox, so it saves a fair amount of space instead of getting multiple 1U or 2U servers. I like it. Yeah, I like it. If you have a bigger rack, 2Us and 4Us become, pretty easy to rack. They do take up 4U, but you have the space. That's something where, because I bought an 18U in the beginning, that kind of forced me to think about maybe I need 1Us, and that's kind of how I 1Us now. If I would have went with 36 in the beginning, I could have went with 2Us, probably saved a little bit of money and got a little bit more hardware in there too. So yeah, it's an important decision. I think so. I think it's definitely an important decision for planning out your home lab and for growth in the future for sure. But yeah, if I could do it all over, I would have got the 36, but that would have put me on a totally different trajectory for sure. Because then I would have said, okay, I don't need 1Us, I can get 2Us or maybe 4Us, and that would have changed a lot of stuff. So it'd be interesting. Thunder God, 27U is nice, fits nicely in my basement. Below the ductwork, yeah, good call there too. I think a lot of people are using the Sysrax 27U or 4-post open frame one, which is pretty awesome. I think on my next server I'm going closed though, either with metal and possibly glass. So it's coming together. I just need to do it. Bogyan, I still find super micro stuff expensive. It can be, but make sure you're comparing apples to apples. A lot of people say, hey, I think I spent $600, well, without RAM, but my one super micro server, without CPU and RAM and hard drives, the bare bones kit with Rails was like a little over $600, and that's it's a little less than I paid for a fully loaded R710. And so some people will say, well, that's expensive, but I'm comparing a server that uses DDR4, a different socket, newer tech, to a server that's a lot older, uses more power and older tech. So just make sure you're comparing apples to apples, because if you look at something comparable from any other vendor that's modern, they're pretty close. I have super micro servers and they just look solid. All right, who cares about how they look? We're not gamers, right, Greenface? Hey, Andrej, I'm gonna slaughter these names, but I'm gonna try. Andre, I'm going with Andre. I agree, but I kind of like how they look too. I mean, if you can't tell from this whole entire room, I like how things look too, for sure. But I agree that it's not about how they look, but a lot of people say function over form, but why not both? Why not both? Jaden, where do you buy super micro servers? I have been very interested, but I had trouble finding where they actually buy them. Yeah, that's one of the challenges, is that super micro doesn't do direct to consumer. They go through distributors, so it's hard to find. They'd have one or two at Micro Center. Ubiquity has started selling them on their lab store or something. One model. I think it's the same one that's at Micro Center. And then really, to be honest, I found mine on staples.com. Do you believe that? I think it was Staples. Staples or Office Max. I think it was Staples. Totally random. But, I did a search for the model I wanted, clicked on Google Shopping. They said it's here at these locations. I said, no way, because Google Shopping is never right. But it actually was. And then I found it there, and it was, $630 for a brand new one. Fully loaded. Well, not fully loaded. Everything but RAM, CPU, and hard drives. So yeah, they're hard to find because they don't do direct to consumer. I wish they did direct to consumer. I wish they didn't go through a distributor. Nothing against distributors, but I want to buy direct, so then you can get these things in your hands without having to search through. It's tough though. It's tough if you're buying those Supermicro server, it's hard to figure out. I don't know if that's why they want you to go through a distributor. Hey, thank you so much. Oh, I need to pull up my events. There was a sub in there. Anil, thank you. Anil Bangalore, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. But maybe that's why they want you to go through licensed distributors, because they can help you find what you need. But most of the time, you know, if you're like me, you do the research yourself and then you just figure it out. But it's tough matching up parts for Supermicro stuff. That was one thing that I probably spent a good day on, making sure I got the right stuff for my server. And that's ultimately why I ended up going with bare bones, because I was like, it comes with everything. You know, when you start to part it out and try to do that in the used market like eBay, oh, it's tough. It's tough. Jay, still rocking the R410. All right. And R2950 here, but they are down for the summer. Yeah, I hear you, because it is warm. Josh, love your Ansible to get K3S up and running, but how the heck do you add Rancher UI on top of it? I constantly keep getting 404s when trying to access it with Helm after installing. It should work. It should work. I'm trying to think where the pitfalls are. There, you need to make sure you disable the service load balancer. And make sure you have MetalLB, and then make sure you should probably expose it as a load balancer. There are a couple pitfalls. I know PC Geek. He's a mod. He's in the channel right now. He created. I think he forked my playbook that will actually install Rancher as well. And if you know. If you know Ray Owl, he released something today on Kubernetes talking about some of those pitfalls that he ran into over the last week of him learning Kubernetes. It should work. It should work on a Helm install. So if not, let's talk about it in Discord. Let's look at some logs or something. Unix Surplus sells them occasionally, but eBay is a very viable option. Yeah, for sure. It's hard to find them. You got to find it, you know, through somewhere they're distributing. Let's see. James, congrats on 100K. On to the next. Thank you so much. Josh Lee, I use Docker Compose. Yeah, I love Docker Compose for sure. The command line. Yeah, for sure. I use CLI too. I use Docker Compose and CLI and Portainer. Yeah, Portainer. That's right. And, you know, I should say this, you know, they're not only Docker. And so I think earlier they were asking for an alternative to Rancher. And, you know, Portainer is that too, because they're not only Docker, they're not only Kubernetes now too. They even support, do they? I might be getting ahead of myself. I can't remember if they support Nomad or not. They might. I think they might. Because I know Traffic does, and so Nomad, you know, is container orchestration, or orchestration, I guess I should say, from HashiCorp, which is interesting for sure. Mark, and Dexter, thank you so much for subscribing. Appreciate it. And that was Dexter. All right, Jay. Let's see. Shiny Tech Things 2950 is definitely a heater. Yeah, for sure. Theo, just started with Portainer Stack. Works out nice. It definitely does. For sure. Slimrizla. Congrats, Tim. You have helped me more than you'll know. I'm super happy for you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Let's see. This is interesting. James, I don't rely on GUIs. Learn the CLI. Will be the same on every server you work on. Yeah, I'm there too. You know, in the beginning, the CLI helped me understand like how things work, and it made it easier for me in the beginning on how to drive some of these technologies. You know, something as dense as Kubernetes, it's great to have a UI because you can click something, see how it affects your cluster, and then maybe reverse engineer that. And that's definitely how I did it. I did a lot of reverse engineering. Like I just applied this. What did this do? Do a kube control, you know, describe this service or this deployment. Oh, okay, that's what that button does. But yeah, you'll get to a point though. I think UIs are great in the beginning. They're also great even later on, because they can help you visualize things you normally wouldn't see. I mean, I would dread seeing a kube control, you know, whatever the kube control CLI is to describe a pod or a service to see what the memory is for everything, you know, all at once. I'm sure you could pipe it into something fancy and pipe it out. But I think UIs are great for visualizing any kind of metrics and data, and even logs too, to be able to switch through. I get it. You can go to kube control, get logs for a pod or service or whatever you want, and that works. It works great. But sometimes it's super easy to do it in UI too. So I don't want to totally discredit them. I'm absolutely comfortable using either, but comfortable in a CLI. I think that CLI will get you really far because you don't have to worry about what happens when the UI changes. What does this button actually do? And then it makes it repeatable too. You can create documentation around it, and you can apply manifests, at least in Kubernetes, even with Docker Compose, which I use the CLI for too. Those artifacts that you have, those manifests for those deployments and services, then you can deploy them automatically in the future, which is why I'm using Flux now, because I took the time to describe all of my cluster in YAML, and now I can automatically deploy it, and it's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. Anyways, I think there's a place for both. I wouldn't totally throw them out. I couldn't imagine looking at Grafana in a CLI. I know that's not what you're saying. An extreme, case of what you're talking about, but yeah, for sure. Sometimes managing things in the UI makes it a lot easier, for sure. Let's see. Ryan Caesar, what storage server application do you use now? I'm still using TrueNAS. Still using TrueNAS. It's been there for a while. I'm using TrueNAS Scale. I started out on FreeNAS, the same instance. I started on FreeNAS and then upgraded to TrueNAS, and then TrueNAS Core, and then I migrated or upgraded to TrueNAS Scale. So that's where I'm at now. Still the same. James Rivers, any thoughts on less power sapping homelab and these times of crazy times when power costs are rising and need to be a bit greener? Heck yeah, I know. I totally agree. Some of my low power stuff is Intel NUC. I mean, they're highly capable and use a tiny fraction of the power that you need to drive a whole entire server. I've been experimenting with a few things. I want to figure some stuff out, but I'll have something coming. I'm basically, creating a fallback cluster to a lower power version of a cluster. I have some more tuning to do. So, I mean, Raspberry Pis are great for that. I mean, you saw I had a Turing Pi 2. Geerling can attest to that. They're great. They're low power. I do wish it had more slots though, because, when you get four is a weird number for Kubernetes, but you can get 2 if you wanted. You need to find Raspberry Pi CM4s, but that's besides the point. But Pis, and then if you want something low power, that's still, Intel or x86 base, NUCs are awesome. And you can find older NUCs now super duper cheap, and they're very capable. Don't let the size fool you on Intel NUCs. They are, some have Core i5, some have Core i7s. Albeit they're a lower clock, but you won't even notice it in your power bill at all. So, and I got a video on how to install Proxmox. It actually works on an Intel NUC, which is great because it supports VT-D and VTX. I think VTD. Oh, it's been a while since I said those terms. VT, yeah, I think so. Anyways, it supports virtualization and pass-through on an Intel NUC, which is awesome for a virtualized server or a hypervisor. And that's what's running back there on the desk is, it's one of my Proxmox nodes. My third node is an Intel NUC that's on my workbench back there. And it's running 5 or 6, Kubernetes nodes and no problem at all. I mean, it's whisper quiet. You can't even hear it. Let's see. All right, guys, I'm gonna scroll through this. I apologize. Hey guys, let's see. I'm gonna find one more. It's good. Hey guys, let me switch back. Can I switch back? Does this work okay? You guys, thank you so much for hey, 2 of me. Yeah, 2 of me. That's the kinks. This one? No. Give me 1 second. This one? Yeah, there we go. You don't need 2 of me. That's kind of weird. Anyways, hey, thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I said we'd stay right about an hour, so it's right about an hour. I can't thank you guys enough for everyone subscribing to the channel, for recommending my channel to friends, texting, tweeting, all that stuff, for just basically sharing and being along for the ride. So that back there is all because of all of you. So I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. There was lots of subs, lots of super chats, big, and big everything. So I thank you so much. It's incredible. Anyways, what I mentioned before a little bit earlier, if you're not a member of our Discord community, you should absolutely join. Why should you join? Because right after this, right after I end the stream, I'm going to hop in our voice chat I'm looking. Looks like people in Azeroth. I'm gonna hop in our voice chat and hang out for a little bit longer. I'll be in voice chat probably about 3-4 minutes after this stream ends. So if you're not a member of Discord, you should absolutely join. Hop in voice chat. Let's chat some more. A little bit more low key. Yeah. So man, that's it. Thank you guys all so much. Have a happy Saturday. Thanks for taking the time to be here. I know that a lot of people have a lot of stuff going on, and yeah, I always feel weird ending these things. It's like, when does it stop? Anyways, hop in Discord if you're not a member already. Links in the description, and take care, folks. Thank you so much, and be good to each other. Take care.